If you want to know the best science fiction movies, you should definitely watch our picks for the best ones of the 2000s. We hope you will enjoy the following ranking. Please let us know your favorite in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to never miss a good movie again.
Number 10. Artificial Intelligence, AI, 2001.
We are suffering for the mistakes they made because when the end comes, all that will be left is us.
AI, Artificial Intelligence is a 2001 science fiction drama film directed by Steven Spielberg and stars Haley Joel Osment, Jude Law, and William Hurt. Heartbreaking and astonishingly written, AI is a Stanley Kubrick project passed on after his death that does justice to his legacy. When a boy of the future discovers he is just an artificial intelligence created to replace the dead son of his parents, a beautiful journey of self-discovery begins. How much humanity lays within the nature of a robot.
There's never been anyone like me before, ever. Mommy loves Martin because he is real, and when I am real, Mommy's going to read to me and tuck me in my bed and sing to me and listen to what I say, and she will cuddle with me and tell me every day 100 times a day that she loves me.
Number 9. Equilibrium, 2002.
Everything that makes us what we are traded away.
There's no war. No murder.
Equilibrium is a 2002 science fiction action film written and directed by Kurt Wimmer and stars Christian Bale, Sean Bean, Emily Watson, and Taye Diggs. The premise of this sci-fi ride is as simple as it is interesting. A world where emotions are a crime and every citizen must take a drug to kill their feelings in order to be a member of society. But after completely believing in the system, top government official John Preston discovers the sensational world of emotion and finds himself a hunted criminal.
We both know they never go easy.
Then I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You don't even know the meaning. It's just a vestigial word for a feeling you've never felt.
Number 8. Minority Report, 2002.
Positive for Howard Marks. I'm placing you under arrest for the future murder of Sarah Marks and Donald Dubin that was take place today, April 22nd.
Minority Report is a 2002 science fiction action film directed by Steven Spielberg and stars Tom Cruise, Colin Farrell, Samantha Morton, and Max von Sydow. The world appears to be perfect in the future because humanity solved the problem of crime. Due to a new technology that sees the future, crimes are impossible. But when a police officer who has every reason to believe in pre-crime is reported to be future murderer, he must find out the truth about himself and his Minority Report.
The commission of the crime itself is absolute metaphysics. The precongs see the future and they're never wrong.
But it's not the future if you stop it. Isn't that a fundamental paradox?
Yes, it is. You're talking about predetermination, which happens all the time.
Number 7. Mr. Nobody, 2009.
Let's try something new. I'm thinking of an old technique. I can't promise anything.
Mr. Nobody is a 2009 science fiction romance film directed by Jaco van Dormael and starring Jared Leto, Diane Kruger, and Sarah Polley. In 2092, the last mortal human on Earth, Nemo Nobody, is 118 years old. While interviewed, he recounts stories at 3 main points in his life. At age 9, when his parents separated. At age 15, when he became infatuated with a girl. And at age 34, as an adult. All 3 contain many possible consequences that seem to run parallel to each other.
Everything could have been anything else, and it would have just as much meaning.
Number 6. Star Trek 2009.
Oh, I wish I didn't know you.
Don't be such an infant.
How long is it supposed to be?
Unbelievable.
The 11th installment in the Star Trek franchise, the 2009 film follows Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock as they try to defeat a vengeful Romulan who is wreaking havoc across the universe by creating black holes to destroy Federations. The critically acclaimed sci-fi film was praised for its action sequences, the performance of the cast, and its musical score. Released in 2009, the movie was directed and produced by J.J. Abrams and stars Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto in lead roles.
Shields up. Red alert.
Arrival at Vulcan in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
Emergency invasive. Bring main impulse.
Number 5. District 9, 2009.
We're gonna find weapons here. Trent, watch your head, don't hit the cow's head. Just checking for panels. You hear that?
District 9 is a 2009 South African science fiction horror action film directed by Neil Blomkamp and stars Charlton Copley, Jason Cope, and David James. There are many ways to imagine an alien landing on Earth, but none are as smudgy and dirty as District 9. When a ship with insect-like aliens lands in South Africa, they are stranded and now living in slums like refugees. But the future of our relationship to the outer space is about to change drastically after a redefining incident.
It's not a weapon. But I don't trust it. You know, I don't trust anything that's...
Are you alright, Rick? Because you're right.
Number 4. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, 2004.
I'd like to, take you out or something.
You're married.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is a 2004 science fiction romantic comedy drama film directed by Michael Gondry and starring Kate Winslet, Jim Carrey, and Tom Wilkinson. After a particularly difficult breakup, Clementine decides to eradicate all memories associated with his boyfriend. When Joe learns about it, he determines to undergo the same procedure. However, as he watches his memories of her fade away, he realizes that he still loves her, but it may be too late to correct his mistake.
You won't believe it. She's there with this guy, this really young guy, and she looks at me like she doesn't even know who I am.
Number 3. Moon, 2009.
Hey, Gertie, you got a...
Good morning, Sam.
We got a live one on Mark. I'm gonna go out now and rope her in.
Moon is a 2009 science fiction film directed by Duncan Jones and stars Sam Rockwell. Quiet, subtle, but impressively suspenseful, this abstract turn on isolation movies follows a loner working on the moon for a company claiming they solved the human energy crisis. Dreaming of finally going home to reunite with his loved family, troubles are on the horizon. But Sam still has to find out how far things can go when you are the only one around. Or not.
Who is he?
We need to get him to the infirmary.
You tell me who that is. You tell me who that is!
Sam Bell. We need to get him to the infirmary immediately.
Number 2. Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith, 2005.
I have the high ground! You underestimate my power! Don't try it!
3 years have passed since the beginning of the Clone Wars. The Jedi Order is on the brink of collapse, and Anakin Skywalker, now a skilled Jedi Knight, no longer believes in the wisdom of his master, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Revenge of the Sith is a 2005 epic space opera film written and directed by George Lucas and starring Ewan McGregor, Natalie Portman, Hayden Christensen, Ian McDiarmid, and Samuel L. Jackson. As Obi-Wan pursues a new threat, Anakin acts as a double agent between the Jedi Council and Palpatine and is lured into a sinister plan to rule the galaxy.
I must say you're here sooner than expected.
In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you're under arrest, Chancellor.
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
The Senate will decide your fate.
I am the Senate.
Before we unveil movie number 1, here are a few honorable mentions.
Detective, put your gun down.
Why do you give them faces? Try to friendly them all up, make them look all human.
These robots are not susceptible to intimidation.
I guess if you didn't, we wouldn't trust them.
These robots are USR property.
Not me.
Who are you?
I am Seraph. I can take you to her. But first, I must apologize.
Apologize for what?
For this.
Hey, Chris. How close is this to full brightness?
At this distance of 36 million miles,
You are observing the sun at 2% of full brightness.
Number 1. Avatar 2009.
Jake! We're not supposed to be running!
Avatar is a 2009 epic science fiction film written and directed by James Cameron and stars Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, Stephen Lang, Michelle Rodriguez, and Sigourney Weaver. While being one of the most successful movies ever put to screen, it is also one of the most astonishing. We follow ex-soldier Jake Sully, who is unwillingly thrown into the wild nature of Pandora, a place that eats you alive. Falling in love with one of its inhabitants, Jake soon finds himself between the fronts. Will he choose humanity or love?
Sahelu, Jake! Sahelu!
Do you agree with our list? Please let us know in the comments. If you want to know more about a particular movie in this list, you can check out our links in the video description. And for more top 10 movie videos, be sure to subscribe to communiTV.